Yeah, welcome to Speed Dating 3 Italian Beauties. Nobody likes dating, so I'll do that for you. And this is a German channel, means it's not just for fun. There must be some kind of output. And that is why we will summarize and evaluate the characteristics of these vehicles in a table, which you can see here. It's below the Vespa seat. It's not too complicated, just a few characteristics like public acceptance, means do these strange guys who don't drive motorbikes also like these vehicles? Costs, daily driving capability, sound and fun. Yep. Let's start with my current daily driver, the Fantic Caballero 500 Rally. By the way, this will be a one-shot clip. No cuts, no editing, or at least no big editing, because I found out that I don't like editing, it takes too much time. On the left side you can see the van cam, it's a 360 cam, and some bike footage. Yeah, I definitely like the Caballero, it's very light. It weighs 150 kilos dry. It has enough power, 44 horsepower and 42 Newton meters. That is enough for every normal purpose. Problem might be that I don't like normal, especially on motorbikes. The engine is very linear. There are definitely no surprises. Nice torque at the low end and normal power in the mid and upper range. The adjustable suspension works pretty well. I definitely like it. You can go really fast on roads. It can do high lean angles, and there's also a lot of grip from the tires. I guess the limiting factor is normally the driver. The bike can do more than most drivers could do, me included. Yeah, it has a 12-liter tank, enough for, let's say, 300 kilometers if you don't push it too hard. 300 kilometers means there is no petrol left in the tank. And I would say that most people really like the Caballero. You won't see a middle finger when using that bike. And of course, it's the only one that can do off-road in this comparison. In general, quite decent bike regarding fuel consumption, cost and so on. Yeah, let's switch to the Tuono. It's already the second time that I have a Tuono, and that has a reason. My daughters were born in 2014 and 15, and I started to grow up slowly, not immediately, but let's say 5 years later. And I started telling myself, stop riding fast motorbikes, become decent, sell those bikes. And you can't imagine that there was a time with actually no bike in the garage. In the first 1 or 2 weeks it was no problem. I thought that I did the right thing, but then the big depression started. When I came home from work, no bike was waiting for me. Horrible. And the big problem with the Tuono is that I really like engine sounds. In the past I was more the V2 guy, or one of my favorites, the Nuda 900R, the Husqvarna. And I never thought that a V4 could be suitable for my ears, although everybody says that V4 is the craziest sound on earth. I didn't believe it, and I never wanted that V4. But during these days I thought, let's try the Tuono. It's a decent bike, traction control, ABS, quick shifter, cruise control. What else do you want? And I thought, if the V4 doesn't sound great, I can still use that very decent, safe bike for some normal trips. I knew that the E3 version could be a bit louder, but I went for the E4 version, model year 2018, because I prefer that TFT display, and I didn't expect very much from the sound. And when I started the bike for the first time, I was so disappointed. But yeah, I gave it a try, and after the bike passed 5,000 RPMs and the exhaust flap opened, I was completely flashed. I never heard such a crazy sound. Sounds like a small V8 that wants to suck you directly into the airbox, and it made me addicted from the first second. And it's not only a great sounding engine, it's also very loud, honestly too loud. Yeah, but better too loud than too quiet. And the good thing with the exhaust flaps is that you can control the noise. If you are driving through cities, just go down from the throttle and everything is fine for everybody. Definitely not decent is the fuel consumption. If you push it really hard, I guess more than 10 liters are no problem, but you can also reach low consumption of maybe 6 liters, but that is normally not possible if you use the bike as it deserves to be used. And it was also the first bike with a quick shifter. Until that time I thought nobody needs such bullshit features. To be honest, I don't want to miss the quick shifter, and I don't want to miss a V4. Surprise, surprise. And now we are coming to another surprise, the Vespa. Normally it wouldn't make any sense to have a Vespa in such a comparison, but who cares? I bought the Vespa last year in 24. It's a 300 GTS, one cylinder, less than 300 cubic centimeters and 22 horsepower or something like this. Normally the engine doesn't deserve the name engine, but yeah, my dad told me to buy a Vespa. He told me that for several years, and I always said something like, fuck off, I don't drive scooters. But then I did it. I don't know exactly why I did it. Probably I thought that I could do some funny Vespa tours with my dad, but honestly I didn't see any other reason to buy a Vespa. Yeah, from the first meter it was clear, funny. So easy to drive. I guess the first few days I was always trying to pull the clutch lever, because I never drove automatic bikes or scooters. But if you get used to it, it is really funny and entertaining. Don't ask me why, I can't explain it. On paper it doesn't make any sense, but it works. And yeah, as everybody can confirm, there is some kind of Dolce Vita vibe when sitting on a Vespa. It also works sitting next to a Vespa. It's not necessary to drive it. It's relaxing just sitting next to a Vespa. And it also seems to influence your environment. Every pedestrian is relaxed. There is completely no chance to see a middle finger. You can do what you want on a Vespa. Nobody will complain about it. But it doesn't only work on the Dolce Vita level, it is also a performer. You won't believe it. I did a lot of trips with a female bike friend who drives a Kawasaki 900Z or whatever that thing is called, and she has no chance. She was surprised after the first tour when we stopped, and she called it the red thing from hell. And as you can see, you can always take shortcuts. You can park everywhere, nobody cares. Quite bad is the fuel consumption. You wouldn't expect it, but that thing can drink more than 5 liters. And that means that you have yeah, maybe 120 or 40 kilometers of mileage when you are pushing it really hard, meaning permanently full throttle, which I thought would be normal on a scooter. And maybe you heard it, it could need some more lean angle clearance. And yeah, what also should be mentioned is the space below the seat. You would think that a helmet would fit in that, whatever it is called, trunk. Normally I guess it's called helmet compartment. But since no helmet fits in that compartment, it can't be called helmet compartment. Yeah, anyway, very nice thing. I can only recommend to give it a try. Also, if you are some kind of motorbike hardliner, I can understand that. I was also a hater of scooters, but today, at least the Vespa is one of my favorite vehicles. It's pretty clear that you may not compare it with normal scooters. Yeah, let's come to an end. As promised, we'll do some evaluation of the characteristics and we will create a table of those characteristics. Yeah, regarding public acceptance, the Tuono can only get 3 points because of that very loud exhaust and the sporty character, which most of the normal guys don't like. The Vespa, as explained, definitely 10 points, no question. And the Caballero, as a small scrambler, it deserves 8 points. Costs. The Tuono is expensive from every point of view. The Vespa is quite cheap to maintain and it doesn't lose value. The Caballero is a little bit more expensive and it will lose value much more than the Vespa. Of course you can do daily driving with the Tuono, but it doesn't make sense and the Tuono doesn't deserve to be used as a daily driver. The Vespa could be a good daily driver, but that small helmet compartment, yeah, by the way, let me show that compartment to you, just to give you an idea how small it really is. Let me take off the helmet. It's a little bit disturbing. Oh, what a surprise. Some cold beer for me. Not really my favorite beer, but who cares? Just give me a second. Prost. Yeah, maybe the 7 was a little bit too harsh. Let's give it an 8. That should be fair. The Caballero deserves a 7 or... yes. You can attach saddlebags, have a quite good range. Sound is a no-brainer, 10 for the Tuono, 3 for the Vespa, better no sound than bad sound. And the Caballero, yeah, 8. Fun with the Tuono, also no question, it's a 10. The Vespa will also get a 10, but it is fun on another level. It's the Dolce Vita level. And the Caballero, yeah, it is a 9. Something is missing. Probably the lack of power or something like this. Can't give it a 10. Yeah, that was a very ad hoc evaluation of those characteristics. Some points might be too harsh or also wrong, but that was only my opinion for the moment. No science-based study. Hope you didn't expect that. Thank you very much for watching and have fun with maybe one of those bikes.